applause to Adam Haas and Three Killers Production. Is he not doing a great job or what?
DJ Classic.
All right. First off, just want to say, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Josh, and I'm today's best brother. It's not hard to be the best brother when you're the only brother, but I think we can all agree that for today at least, Haldon is the best man. Jessica and Haldon, it is an honor and privilege to stand up here today. I couldn't be happier for the two of you. I'm also happy to preside over the only 5 minutes I just didn't plan today. So glad that we can celebrate this day with so many friends and family, not only from this area, but from all around the world. We've got people here from New York, New Jersey.
Woo!
If I could flip the page, that would be awesome.
California.
We got Michigan, Georgia, Los Angeles. There's even someone here from Italy. I mean, I'm amazed. I thought it was just our family that would go anywhere for a free meal and booze. I don't think I'm wrong when I can say that I believe that Jessica is very lucky to have found Haldon. He's one of the most progressive, understanding, and tolerant people I know. In fact, he tolerates most everything extremely well, except for dairy products. Want to see something fun? Just feed Haldon some ice cream, stand back and watch everyone run for their lives. We didn't have to go to Iraq to find weapons of mass destruction. He was living right here in Fort Lauderdale. As long as we're being frank, I want to mention one other thing. Floris Weiner, where are you sitting?
Right here.
All right, earmuffs, Flo. The only person more fond of Haldon's penis than Jessica has to be Haldon. Literally every single guy in Haldon's wedding party has seen Haldon naked more than Jessica. Don't worry, Jonathan, your time's coming. But it's not what you think. Since Haldon was a kid, you can never find him sitting on the couch watching TV without having his hand down the front of his pants. Family, am I speaking truth here?
Absolutely.
In college, he would actually come out of his room naked and yell, "Whoa!" just to draw attention to him and his little friend. Haldon even tried to convince a police officer who stopped him that he had to write the ride to carpool lane because of him and his little buddy. When we were in England for Dad's 50th birthday, a homeless guy begged Haldon to put his wanker away. But now that Haldon has Jess, perhaps she will be able to keep the two of them in line. It's already working. Jess refused Haldon to officially name his Johnson a groomsman. All right, enough about Haldon and his redeeming qualities. What this day is really all about is about the love of his life. My Morning Jacket. Last year, My Morning Jacket sold about 279 albums, of which only 2 were purchased by someone other than Haldon. The other person was apparently Jonathan. In fact, it's actually quite possible that Haldon may love My Morning Jacket even more than his Johnson. So let me tell you a little bit about my relationship with Haldon. We met in the early 90s. See, Haldon and I are actually technically stepbrothers, so naturally the day we first met each other was a bit like right out of the Will Ferrell movie, Step Brothers. I stood there wondering what kind of person he was, whether we were going to get along, and he stood there wondering, how can anyone be so incredibly ridiculously good looking at the age of 11? Early on, we bonded over things like the Spice Channel, which featured our unquestionability to locate a boob through the scrambled TV reception. Haldon always looked up to me as his bigger brother, primarily because I was 6'5" at the age of 12. And because I actually had the ability to have a conversation with another person without wearing a bucket over my head. However, regardless, we were united in our efforts to be a constant irritant to our ever-patient sister, Heather. Our relationship quickly grew, and before long it was very clear that the term stepbrothers just simply didn't fit us anymore. We were true brothers. The early years were a bit rough for my brother. With a name like Haldon and with the haircut that made him look like Donald Trump in Beethoven's Love Child, he had his share of firecrackers thrown at him. True story. Luckily, he grew out of that phase and quickly gained popularity in high school. If you look at his old photos, Haldon was an athletic, good-looking kid. And I looked like our parents didn't feed me.
I mean, it's true.
However, we always had each other's back. In high school, when the captain of the football team wanted to beat the crap out of me, Haldon had my back for 3 seconds. And I had his back when he totaled his car in front of the house trying to avoid hitting a phantom dog that no one ever saw or before or since. While we're on the topic of having each other's backs, here is one very interesting tidbit. Haldon and I actually shot photos of ourselves around the world, and in each one we simulated having anal sex with each other. Thankfully, our parents viewed that as normal adolescent development. In college, we belonged to the same fraternity, and we were roommates in the same apartment. We were part of the 838 crew.
Yeah!
Give the gentleman at 838 a round of applause. If I could just make one comment on behalf of all of us, having witnessed Haldon's dating exploits, I think we can all agree that the bar was set astoundingly low before he lost track on the scene.
Sounds about right.
Perhaps we should have known back then when the pickup line, "I happen to be captain of the intramural softball team," actually worked. Either way, thank goodness you made your way, Jess, into his life. One thing I knew for sure is that whoever my brother ended up with needed to have the patience of a saint, had to challenge him intellectually, and push him to be a better version of himself. And perhaps have a career that involved more than painting unicorns all day.
Yes! Drop the mic!
And I believe he has found all of that in Jessica. See, the moment Haldon met Jess, I knew this girl was the one. Jessica values family, she's smart, kind, patient, driven. Alright, so she's not such a great skier.
Too soon.
I'm so happy they found each other and that we're all here to share an experience in this joyous celebration. So, let's all raise our glasses and toast a couple of the evening. To many, many years of good love, good health, and happiness. And oh yeah, Jess, give it back.
Yeah!
Applause for our best man. And a round of applause for all of our toasts. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your dinner.